Hey, what's up you money makers? What's up you CyberLux army, and what's up you CyberLux family? There is a huge accomplishment. CyberLux is all-time high 0.65. The CyberLux is 6.5 cents. It has been a tremendous rise for CyberLux as we have been monitoring CyberLux for the last few days. I called out this stock a way back and it has been quite a run. At this point, you already know that CyberLux could be next ILUS. I've been telling you guys, hopefully we'll be able to see very soon deja vu. What's up, CyberLux, and what happened to ILUS? Everyone knows about ILUS. Short sellers were staying away from ILUS as well, and so did they stay away from CyberLux Corporation as well. But do you know what's fueling the stock price and the growth that we have been seeing for last couple of sessions? Do you already know that today's volume was lower than the average volume? Take a look right here. I just wanted to quickly show you this. So today's volume was 136 million compared to the 65-day average volume of 150 million volume, which is 91% to the average. Even though CyberLux hit all-time high, as you can see right here, not only that, it closed at all-time high, as you can see right here, 6.5 cents, 650, a massive run up for CyberLux. So I'm going to share what's fueling the price growth as we see for CyberLux. Do you know what is Strike Group partnership for CyberLux and how and why it is strategically most important thing for CyberLux for this particular partnership with Strike Growth? Do you know that CyberLux is going to release a new website? So it is coming very soon. I'll be able to share some of the great news there as well. Lastly, do you know why short sellers are staying away from CyberLux? Because they learned from the past, and what happened with ILUS is going to happen hopefully with CyberLux as well in a very near future, and we'll be able to see massive gains. We already have seen massive gains for CyberLux. Think about the market cap right now, 265 million, give or take. Apologies if it's not super accurate, because this is once again OTC traded stock and we may not have accurate data. Sometimes data is delayed as well, so you want to consider all this into the mix. Now take it with a grain of salt. Now stick to this video because I'm going to share some of the juicy information about the Strike Group partnership, why it is strategic for CyberLux and what it can bring. Also, we'll talk about one of this official tweet. But before we go there, I wanted to show you the staircase that is going higher and higher and higher. Take a look, 5-day chart. So you see right here, 0.37, we saw 4.0, we saw once again 5.05, so 5 cents. We went back down 5.2, but it's still another higher low, and we went about all the way to 6.4, and now today 6.5. So the staircase that you see right now is a super bullish pattern. It has been making higher highs, as you can see, this higher high, this higher high, one more higher high, and the highest high. And right now, if you take a look at the lower lows, or the higher lows rather, so this is higher low, and it goes into the positive direction. So if you draw a chart, it's called a positive chart, and I like to see what I see in front of me for CyberLux. Now, if I show you 1 month chart, you should be able to see it pretty clearly. See, here we had a spike and it went back. So it's a 50% dip, and that happens from 2 cents to 1 cent. And it does happen, especially for the sub penny stocks when it rises so fast. But what we have seen so far is from 1 cent right here, 2 cent, 2 cent to 4 cent, 4 to 5, and 5 to 6 cents, as you see. And this is a clear staircase that you can see in the upward direction. So this is something I love to see for many penny stock, especially for an OTC traded penny stock. One of the official Twitter news that or the official tweet came out from ILUS is our team. So this particular tweet I wanted to talk about. Let's take a look in a bigger form. Our team is working hard to close out Q3 with new partnership like Strike Group, pushing acquisitions as quickly as possible. Now, I'm going to talk more about what is this Strike Group partnership is, how it is impacting CyberLux, and why it is the fuel for the growth for this company, and where it can take CyberLux, and the massive revenue opportunity. I'm going to talk about the numbers as well, and you think where CyberLux stock price can go from here. Now, at this point, if you haven't clicked on the like button, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel. 70 to 80% of my viewers are not even subscribers. I would really ask you to click on the subscribe button as well. If you want to turn on the notification bell, I have been sharing a ton of juicy information which is time sensitive, and you want to take the advantage of this time sensitive information. I shared a ton of updates around CYBERLUX, about ILUS, and it was super timely. So if you want to get more timely updates and get advantage of all this, click on the subscribe button and also click on the turn on the notification bell as well. I have my Patreon link down below into the description, and we have been talking about additional penny stocks that are super early into the stage, super risky, high risk versus high reward. You can lose a ton of money, but if that works out, you can make a ton of money, but if that works out. But if you are taking enough, not huge risk, there is a huge risk versus reward play, and many times we have seen that if we do clear and better due diligence, it works out super well. Last year, you think about like NNDM, BNGO, CTRM, ZOM, all these stocks, we made pretty good amount of money. You want to also think about when you want to sell. So exit strategy is really a great part of your stock investment, because in stock you only make money when you click that little sell button, and you want to make sure that you click that sell button at the right time. And everyone has their own tolerance and the risk bearing capacity, but you want to think for yourself what's your best exit strategy for you, and we talk about that in our Patreon as well, or in our private Discord. Patreon link is down below. It's $4.99, doesn't really cost you a ton of money. We'll be able to help support each other, but at the minimum, click on the like button, subscribe to my channel as well, always super helpful. Now our team is working hard to close out this Q3 partnership with Strike Group. Very amazing and strategic partnership, pushing acquisitions as quickly as possible, refreshing the site and hitting the new revenue goals. Now refreshing the website, so we should be able to see the website very soon. We expect the site will be live end of day tomorrow. So probably they heard me. I kept telling a few times that you really need to ramp up with your website. You want to do a cutting edge technology that works on mobile, that works on your tablet, that works on your iPhone and Android phone, so on and so forth. On your computer, you really want to have a really elegant website that people can look into and get more information and connect all your social media platforms like your Twitter, your Instagram, or whatnot, whatever you have. And they'll be also releasing the Q3 results, IR deck, and we'll be talking about more about that as well. Now, why the fuel, right? What is this partnership? What is the Strike Group partnership looks like? CYBL, who they are partnering with? This is the $1 million question, and I wanted to really share this information with you. As a leading innovator, a solid lighting, and CYBERLUX provides breakthrough LED technology, and we know all about this, and they are designing, developing, and marketing all this product, and they're one of the leader, and they have relationship with DoD, so Department of Defense. They have relationship with Air Force, and they have relationship with US Army as well, with the US National Guard. Now, Bright Eye Tactical Illumination System. So this is what we're talking about, this particular item right here, Bright Eye Tactical Illumination System, and related products are provided by CYBL to meet the lighting needs for a number of military and government organizations. So think about it. They have strong relationships with all these agencies, the government departments, especially when it comes to defense and military. So the demand is going to only grow if CYBL does all the right thing for their partners, right? Now, including the US Army, they're supporting US Force, US Army, US National Guard, so on and so forth. And CYBL serves both Department of Defense and Homeland Security markets, which is huge. And if you know, United States is spending ton of money behind it, and there is no sign of slowing down. That means CYBL, CYBERLUX Corporation, will be benefited out of the budget that is allocated, and they are based in Durham, North Carolina, and it was founded in 2000. So this is the key, right? It's the company is around for 20 years, so it's not like a shell company. It's not like a company that was just formed before a couple of years and now they're growing. All of a sudden they are in the news and there's a hype. That's not the case. There's a strong fundamental behind the company that I wanted to share. The partnership between the CYBERLUX and the Strike Group LLC was announced before a few days, as you already know, and we talked about it a couple of times. But this time I want to go further deep into what this partnership means for CYBERLUX, and this is probably causing the stock price growth that we see right now. Tomorrow will be new website. There will be Twitter and all that will be connected to their website as well, as CYBERLUX mentioned. They'll have the IR deck, going to get a ton of publicity. going to get a lot more eyeballs looking into what CYBERLUX Corporation is and what they're doing. They're being current, they're verified, the profile is looking pretty good, and that will be more and more visible to the community, because now they understood the value of social media and the aspects, right? So partnership aims to drive the sales for CYBERLUX infrastructure product for LED and whatever the lighting product and solar power product that they offer. You also want to note that they're offering energy efficiency product, which is also good for the environment. Under the terms and the contract, Strike Group will support CYBERLUX and their Flight Eye drone solution, which is one of the massive, ambitious and innovative project and the infrastructure product that this company will help them market, sell, and contract the delivery and the support. Now, as part of the agreement, CYBERLUX will also be granted tactical and strategic contracting access to the senior government decision makers emerging UAS, which is unmanned aircraft system market, which is super innovative, super new, and they are in the early stage, and they'll be accessing the senior government decision makers, which means the decision maker within the government who signs the contracts, who allocates the budget, and who decides the timeline as well as the strategy for this particular military and DoD officials. Now, the partnership will also provide with the support ongoing development and technology and solution. So R&D, all the research and development will be fueled and supported by this partnership as well. Strike Group provide the support that CYBL solution for the all US government agencies, including the expansion of services to organization that they're not serving. So think about it. They have a partnership with US government right now, but they can go horizontal. Right now they have partnership, they have the basis, they have infrastructure, and they can allocate more, or they can expand within more and more government agency. You know what that means? That means exponential opportunity for the revenue. The time will say how that is going to look like and what the number looks like, but what I am thinking is, if they are already inside, so they are already in vertical, now they will have to grow horizontally for each of these agencies, and they can get a ton of additional revenue, and that could be an exponential growth. CYBL will share the Strike Group for its significant engineering, product, and development know-how to establish the unmanned or UAM system that we also already talked about, including patenting of the UAS technologies and developing this particular IP. So have the patent available, make sure that no one copies them, and that's a proprietary technology, and they'll start selling to the government, DoD, military, so on and so forth. And they also, not only government, they have also planned to tap into the market for the commercial corporation market outside of the government agency as well. CYBL expects to generate more than $20 million in revenue. Think about it. Right now, we're not talking about more than $1 million when it comes to quarter revenue and the growth that we are expecting, so on and so forth. What we can now forecast or foresee based on this is $20 million revenue with the Strike Group partnership for next 3 years, which is going first 3 years of this partnership or relationship with the Strike Group, which is massive. $20 million is a massive number that the company can scale and grow super fast with the channel of this delivery partnership. Now, how partnership this will benefit is basically, it is an exciting channel for partnership for CYBERLUX Corporation that has been working closely with the Lane and the Strike Group team to leverage the DoD reach, market knowledge, delivering capability, and supporting all the systems. With the Flight Eye drone solution that we just talked about launching with the Strike Group, CYBL can gain a leading position into the UAS system by utilizing their vast aviation experience, which is once again massive. So I just wanted to share what is Strike Group, why that is super important. This article just came out last night, and I just wanted to share with you, but wanted to wait till the market closed. And I knew that this CYBL will hit all-time high today because there's a ton of good news going on. And many times OTC market is not just about how many percentage gain that happened, right? Because let's say there is a 5-cent stock goes to 6 cents, it's a 20% growth, versus 1 cent goes to 2 cents, it's 100% growth. So I don't always count the percentage per se, which is massive as well for your portfolio and the way it grows based on the allocation that you have. But at the same time, you want to look into where is the fuel? Is it just the hype? Is it just the tweets? Is it just the stock tweets? Is it just Reddit? CYBERLUX does seem like a really good value with exponential potential, which could be possible in a very near future. So you want to think about that. One more thing you want to think about is 8,398. So almost 8,400 watchers on stock tweets. Remember what we talked about ILUS when it was 6,000 or maybe 5,000 since we started tracking them, and we said it will grow super fast. Same for CYBERLUX. We have seen maybe, I forget, but maybe 4,000 to 5,000, and it grew double. So what that suggests, more and more people are looking into CYBERLUX. Take a look at particularly their messaging, right? The message volume is low right now. I mean, today message volume is low, about 3% low, but if you take a look at a very high level, it's an exponential growth. Now it's going to settle down or consolidate at one point, and this could be a point. We'll see what happens, but it is not dropping drastically. Same, the sentiment is pretty good as well. If you take a look at the price, I don't really want to talk too much about price because you already know how the price is looking, what the price is doing, so that's fine. I wanted to remind you a couple of things. The new website is coming, which is one of the big catalysts, or not catalyst, but maybe probably a pretty positive thing. I'm not saying that will be the positive thing for the stock price, but getting more visibility, gaining more subscribers, getting more updates, and making sure that they are staying up to date with the technology, especially when they're innovative technology company, as we know, because they're working with a ton of LED stuff, and they are doing this drone flight eye project. They're working with Strike Group, which is massive, right? So that's going to be pretty important. The one thing that I wanted to mention is their short volume ratio. Yesterday's short volume ratio is 40. What that suggests, we did not really see a high short volume ratio for CYBERLUX because I believe that short sellers are staying away from the stock, even though we had a smaller volume or less volume yesterday. Think about it, what CYBERLUX did in general, they had 105 million short volume, which puts them at 40. So we're not seeing anything above 50, which is normal many times for the OTC traded penny stock, especially real penny stock, right? CYBERLUX is real penny stock. It's not really about 5 cents. It was not about 5 cents, and we consistently saw lower and lower short volume. Pretty impressive. Take a look at right here what this say. We have 136 million volume today, probably half than what we saw yesterday, close to half, not 100% half, but close to half than yesterday, even though we gained a ton of price momentum, a ton of exposure that the company got, and it did not really stop. So that is a massive sign that there are not short sellers, but there's really buying happening. Instead of sellers, it's a buying happening. With the buying, stock goes up and up. Many of our stocks went down. Many of my personal penny stocks went down, and I've been talking all day long about that into our private Discord. It's not a huge group. It's a smaller people. We know each other so well, and it has been fun. We support and help each other as well, and we have been talking how some of other stock that we are working on and we bought in the recent past that has spiked up, but today they went down. But CYBERLUX was doing pretty good. Take a look at, once again, I wanted to show you this graph that I love to show you because this is an exponential growth, as you can imagine. Pretty massive, a ton of updates to come. If you haven't subscribe to my channel. Please click on the like button so my research and analysis can reach to more and more people. I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence and research. This is a risky play, but you want to play and you want to win. Remember that it's a risky play, risk versus reward, so do not invest or enter our portfolio. But I wish you good luck with CYBERLUX. Thanks for watching.